Good morning, dear children. After many days, we are back today for the classes, and I should tell that many of you have done very well in the unit test. Very good. Cheer ups to those children, those who worked very hard and learnt the things and gave the test honestly. Now, today in our class, we have to continue with the practice papers. Total English, your total English is there of class 9th, and practice paper number 8 till 7 we have completed, and today we shall discuss the exercises given in the practice paper number 8 in page number 139. Please take out and understand each and every sentence, each and every point carefully, children. Okay, so we shall start. Page number 139, practice paper number 8, exercises, that is question number 5A, B, C and D, that we will discuss. So, question number 5A, fill in each of the numbered blanks with the correct form of the word given in the brackets. Do not copy the passage, but write in correct serial order the word or phrase appropriate to the blank space. Okay, now let me tell you once again that in this what you have to write, you have to write the correct form of the word that is given in the bracket. Okay, correct form of the word. Okay, and how you have to do that? That you have to read out the passage very carefully. Once at least you should read out, second time you should read out, and then third time you should try to understand and then frame the word, that which exact form of the word will come in the blanks. And while writing in the exam, you don't have to write the complete passage in your answer booklet, but what you have to write, only you have to write the points, that answer number 1 this is, answer number 2 this will be, answer number 3rd. So only answers you have to write in your answer script in serial order. Then we shall start. Specific real life objects and activities like your television set or a game of football can be your thought starters and luck makers. There was once a famous writer dash Arthur J. Burks who dash when that he could take any object and make a story out of it. An interviewer for Reader's Digest once tested him by dash to a doorknob. Books went into a trance and dash up with the plot for a dash story, dash a cache of stolen diamonds, dash in the hollow interior of the knobs. The dash tiptoed away as the slow tap tap of the book's typewriter became dash noisy, high speed clatter. Okay, now with the answers, now we shall discuss that specific real life objects and activities like your television set or a game of football can be your thought starters and luck makers. There was once a famous writer dash, in bracket it is given name. So there was once a famous writer named Arthur J. Burks. Okay, so what is given? It is already solved and given for your reference, that what will be there? Named. Okay, it is given in the past. Who dash that, who in bracket boast is given, who boasted that, that is what he used to do. He used to boast very much. Boast means that is he used to speak much more about himself. Okay, that he could take any object and make a story out of it. And what he used to boast, that he can make anything if you give him, and he can make a story out of that. So an interviewer for Reader's Digest once tested him by dash to, by dash, in bracket it is given point. So What will be there? Once tested him by pointing to a doorknob. Books went into a trance and came up, okay, and came up with the plot for a detective story. With the plot for a detective's story featuring a cache of stolen diamonds dash in the hollow, that is hidden in the hollow interior of the knob. The dash tiptoed, that is the interviewer tiptoed away as the slow tap tap of Book's typewriter became increasingly noisy, high speed clatter. Okay, I hope it is clear. And what you have to do, children, you have to just read out the lines, read out the sentences and try to understand its meaning, that whether the given word will be in the past form or it is in the present, what the sentence is actually referring to you. Okay, so you should understand and fill the correct form of the word. Okay, then next exercise 5b, fill in the blanks with an appropriate word. So here it is. First one, he bore away the first prize in the competition. He bore away. So away is the correct preposition that will come. So that is based on phrasal verb. Earlier I had given you list of phrasal verbs. I hope many of you would have written in the copy and learnt also, children. So he bore away. Bore away means that is he secured. Okay, he placed first position in the competition. Then second one is he did not comply dash the wishes of his father. He did not comply dash. So with comply what comes? With. Comply with. Now what is the meaning of comply with? Comply with is a phrasal verb and that means to obey the wishes, to obey the guidelines given by the others. So here he did not comply with, that is he did not obeyed the wishes of his father. Then next one, the bus broke dash on the highway. The bus broke dash. So the bus broke down. Okay, now what is the meaning of breakdown? Breakdown is a phrasal verb. Phrasal verb which means that it suddenly stopped on the way. Okay, that when any vehicle and when any car or buses or any kind of vehicle stops suddenly functioning on the road, so there we use breakdown. Okay, so here it is given, the bus broke down on the highway, that is there was some complication, it stopped functioning, it stopped running. Then next one is the old man was run dash by a truck. The old man was run dash by a truck. So run over by a truck. So what is the meaning of run over? That means there was an accident. The old man met with an accident by a truck. Then question number 5. After the modifications, things are looking dash. So after the modifications means changes. That after the modifications, things are looking up. Okay, now what is the meaning of look up? Look up is a phrasal verb and that means that there is improvement, that when changes were made, so there was improvement seen in the situations. So here after the modifications, things are looking up. Question number 6. The major agreed to carry dash the commander's orders. Okay, the major agreed to carry out. Okay, to carry out, that is to follow the orders of someone. Then next one, we look dash to our teacher as a guide. So we look dash to our teacher, that is we look up to our teacher. We look up to our teacher as a guide. Now once again there is a phrasal verb, look up to. Okay, look up to means that is to admire someone and to respect someone. So here that we children, we admire and respect our teacher as a guide. So please note here children that in question number, there it was given Look up. Looking up was there in question number 5. So what is the meaning of looking up? Looking up means that you improving of situation, that when situation is seen improving. And then in question number 7, phrasal verb is given look up to. Okay, there is difference. Meaning of both the phrasal verb is different. Look up means improvement and look up to means that is to respect and admire someone. Understood? So you should keep on writing the meanings also there in the book so that it will be easy for you to understand when you will revise later. Now question number 8. The family always failed dash want of help. So the family always failed for the want of help. Failed for. Okay, failed for means that is they were unsuccessful in getting any kind of help whenever they were in need. Okay, so failed for. Next, exercise number C. Without joining, without using and, but and so, you have to join the sentences. So first sentence that is given is, he may run away anywhere, the police will arrest him. He may run away anywhere, the police will arrest him. Okay, so how you can join this? Without using and, but, so. This you have to keep in mind that these three conjunctions you don't have to use while joining the sentences. So here it can be, the police will arrest him wherever he may run. Okay, the police will arrest him wherever he may run. Next one, when will you face the interview? Your selection depends on it. So when will you face the interview? Your selection depends on it. So how you can join this? Your selection depends on when you face the interview. Okay, once again, your selection depends on when you will face the interview. Okay, interrogative sentence is given there, so that you will change into assertive. Okay, in the second part. So your selection depends on when you will face the interview. Now question number 3. We went to the market, we bought some biscuits. Okay, we went to the market, we bought some biscuits. So how you can join? We bought some biscuits when we went to the market. We bought some biscuits when we went to the market. Question number 4. The boy is still very weak. He must not play football yet. So the boy is still very weak. He must not play football yet. So how you can join? The boy must not play football as he is still very weak. Clear? So as much you will practice, children, number of questions, unsolved questions, as much you will solve, that much you will be polished in solving and joining the sentences. So exercise number D. First one, the children got lost because they did not have a map. So in this you have to keep in mind, children, that when you will transform the sentence as per the given instruction to you, do as directed. So the meaning of the sentence should not change. So here first question is, the children got lost because they did not have a map. So instruction is given that you have to begin your answer with if the children. So what will be answer? How you can transform this? That if the children had a map, comma, they would have not got lost. Okay, if the children had a map, comma, they would have not got lost. Question number 2 now. I could not but feel sorry for her mother. I could not but feel sorry for her mother. You have to begin your answer with I could not help. So very simple. I could not help her mother being sorry. I could not help her mother being sorry. Question number 3. It looks as if Tanya has applied for the wrong job. It looks as if Tanya has applied for the wrong job. So you have to begin your answer with Tanya seems. So Tanya seems as if she has applied for a wrong job. Next one. I'm sorry, I gave you the wrong number, said Ritu to Ramesh. From direct to indirect. So what is instruction is given that Ritu apologized. You have to begin your answer with Ritu apologized. So you know that while changing from direct to indirect, if you're in the reported speech sorry word is given, so that changes to apologized. Okay, so here Ritu apologized Ramesh that she had given the wrong number. Okay, Ritu apologized Ramesh that she had given him the wrong number. So you can see your reported speech is given in simple past, that I gave you. Second form of the verb is given. So when simple past changes to indirect, so it becomes past perfect. So had given. Okay children, Ritu apologized Ramesh that she had given him the wrong number. Next one, question number 5. Gopi was left with a big fortune by her father. You have to use inherit in your answer. Gopi inherited a big fortune by her father. Next, question number 6. That there are 11 players in a football team. And you have to begin your answer with a football team comprises. So answer will be a football team comprises 11 players. So here you have to keep in mind children that children make mistake in this type of question. Most often children use comprises of. So that is absolutely wrong. That you have to keep in mind that with comprises there will not be use of. So a football team comprises 11 players. Comprises itself means consists of. Okay, so never use of with comprises. So a football team comprises 11 players. Next one, question number 7. He is getting so absent-minded, he can't go on working much longer. He is getting so absent-minded, he can't go on working much longer. So you have to use to, T-double-O. That is, you have to begin your answer with he is getting to, T-double-O. Replacement of so with to. So he is getting too absent-minded to go on working much longer. Next one, last question. When their parents died, their uncle took care of them. So you have to use brought up in the answer. Brought up is a phrasal verb. And what does it mean? That is to take care, to bring up someone. So here, they were brought up by their uncle after their parents' death. Once again, they were brought up by their uncle after their parents' death. I hope this exercise is clear children. Practice paper number 8 exercise. So you should solve it by yourself also children. And we stop here. Tomorrow we shall do practice paper number 9 exercises. So what you have to do is you have to write answers of practice paper number 8, and with that you have to also practice paper number 9. You write the answers in your rough copy, so that when we discuss the answers, then you can see whether you have written that correctly or not. Okay, if you will solve and keep it beforehand, so that will be good for you children. You will understand that how much you are able to get the answers, how much you are able to score by your own. Okay, so see you tomorrow children. Goodbye.